What I had in mind this this segment is we're going to talk about the top five states where they appreciate high school football just a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my number 5 state, and I'm going to start with Louisiana. I've seen a lot of YouTube videos of these Louisiana high schools playing each other, and it's a lot of smash mouth football going on in Louisiana. So then we're going to go ahead and go to number 4, which is Alabama. It's some big dudes out there in Alabama. It's no secret why Alabama is 4. Let's look at the University of Alabama, right? The University of Alabama never has to leave their own state. Never have to leave their own state to find talent. University of Alabama is a top tier school. So with them being a top tier school, they're getting all the top talents in Alabama. Alabama is definitely a great football state, and they are worthy for that number 4 spot. Now, number 3, I would have to say California. Now, typically California has a lot of faster players coming out of high school. A lot of fast 4.2, 4.3 speed wide receivers, fast running backs who are typically smaller. And typically California has a lot of number 1 ranked schools. I'll say this. California is very top heavy. They're top heavy. There's basically maybe 3 or 4 schools that's really good. And me being from California, I know who they are. St. John Bosco, who's typically a number 1 ranked school in the world. Centennial of Corona is usually a top 10 school. It's one of those schools nobody really thinks about because they're a IE school, Inland Empire school. They're not a Los Angeles school, so they just constantly win and just go about their business. So California is definitely the third on our list. The number 2 state for high school football, which is Florida. I don't know what they put in that Florida water, but those are some big boys as well out there in Florida. And they play football out there. They like to hit. They like to do crazy things out there in Florida. Florida has some big players, and they typically bring out great talent in Florida who normally goes to the NFL. And they don't even have to leave the state. They're just right there. They're just getting recruits from their own backyard. Not even leaving their hometown. Just right across the street going to the school. And like I said, those some big kids out there. High school, you already 6'5". What are they feeding you? What are they feeding you in Florida? Where are they feeding you? It's something special in that Florida water. I don't know what it is. So Florida definitely gets that number 2 spot. The number 1 state of high school football is Texas. They love their high school football in Texas. Everybody heard the term Friday Night Lights. Texas pretty much trademarked that saying, Friday Night Lights. Texas is number 1 by far for high school football. You would think that they were going to an NFL game every Friday in Texas. Like they shut down businesses just to go to their local high school football game. And we're talking about the smallest town in probably all of Texas, shutting down all their businesses. And don't get me started going to a rivalry game. Oh my gosh. People will literally tailgate at a high school game in Texas. Tailgate. You would think that's a Dallas Cowboys game or a Houston Texans game. It's a high school game. High school. And like I said this is like a reoccurring theme, but it's some big dudes in Texas too. Cornbread fed. We talking about big dudes who just throw hay bales everywhere. That's all I think they do. I cannot lie to you. That I think that's what they do. Just throw hay bales and just get big and just work around their farm, and then when they get to school, they just lift weights. Those players are humongous out there. Texas football is amazing. And then when you get into the high school playoffs, it's even more crazier. We're talking about thousands of fans just at a high school playoff game in Texas. It's absolutely amazing. So Texas definitely gets my number one spot. My top 5, this go back if anybody misses. So Louisiana came in top 5 states. Louisiana came in fifth, excuse me. Alabama came in 4th. California came in the 3rd place. Florida came into the 2nd spot. And then Texas came in the number 1 spot. So that's my top 5 high school football states.